Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make this birthday flyer. Okay, so the size I used for this design is 2048 by 2560. So once you use this exact size, you get this exact size. So what I'm going to do next is to change my background. So I'll come to gradient and I'll put it at the default Pixellab background, which is the one you see once you open Pixellab. Alright. Okay, the next thing I'll do from here now is to bring my image, the picture that I want to design. So I'm going to create this and then I'll position it somewhere here. Okay. Now look this. Once I've done this, I will go to my gallery again and import the shadow effects I used, which is okay, which is this one. All right, I will move this to this place, to this point, and then I will copy this and move it to this point. I'll do the same and move it to this point. Okay, to this point and to this point. Right, I'll do the same thing and I'll bring it over here. Okay, let me duplicate again. I'll bring it here. So once I've done this, I will head over to my layer and I'll merge all the shadows that I have copied. Okay, once this is successful, I will take this to the back of the image and then I have this. So I'll raise it up a bit. Okay, let me rotate it to face this way and then I'll position it here. Right, so once I've done this, I will go to import the background I use. I will come to import and then I will choose the background. Okay, this is the background I used. I'll click on it and then I'll go back to relative size, extend this to 100 and this also to 100. Now I'll come over to my layers and I will take this to the back of everything. Right, now once I've done this, I will come over to this my shadow again and then I will copy this and then bring it somewhere here. Right, so once I've positioned it here, I will go over to my gallery, sorry, to my layers, and then I'll take this my shadow to the back like this. Okay, I'll position it somewhere here. So once I've done this, I will click on my image and change the filter color. So I will increase this to 15 and then I'll bring this to 9, and then once I've achieved this, I will come over to, you just click anywhere on the canvas and then come over to shapes. Let me zoom. Okay, I head over to color gradient and then I'll click on this plus icon and I'll click on this white side and then click on this color, then make this transparent. All right, now click on this radial pattern, then I'll click here to change the settings, then I'll check this. Okay, from here I have this. All right, I have this. So let's position it somewhere here. Right, So once I've done this, I will um go over to color and I'll put color on this. Now we want to make the color to be more like this gold from color. So click on this plus icon, the color bucket, and here. Then I'll pick a color from here, just like this one. Now position this somewhere here. Okay, let me reduce this now. At this point, I can duplicate this and I'll bring it over here. So this one, I'll write it the text happy birthday. So guys, if you're just joining us for the first time, this is Jhex Graphics, and we make videos, tutorials on smartphone graphic design. So if you want to learn how to design amazing piece of graphics using your smartphone, do well to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and as well share this video to your friends who also have that interest in becoming a graphic designer. You don't necessarily need to have a system to achieve this. All right, so once I've written the birthday happy birthday text, I will head to fonts and then I'll change this font to this and I'll reduce it. Then make sure it is aligned with the shape background I made for it. Now I will copy this and then I'll write one of the names of the celebrant. Then bring it over to this point. Okay, place it here. Now change this font to a font that is bolder than the previous one. So I'll go for the bold, then place it here. Now I'll click on the shape and then reduce it. Okay, shape, right, then reduce it to fit the tests. Okay, I can also use the move to the position to place it up. Now once I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do is to write the other name of my celebrant. So I'll come over to tests. Okay, before I do that, I'll click on one of these tests and go to shadows, and then I'll enable the shadow. I'll reduce this opacity to around 10, right? Then the blur radius to 1. Exactly. I'll do same for this one. Okay, let me click on the happy birthday, right? Then go over to shadow, enable this to 10, then this one to 1. Okay, so this one I will copy it and then replace it with the other name. So I'll bring it over here, edit it to Isabella. Now I'll head over to fonts to pick a more stylish font for this one, and the font I use is Abraham font. Okay, now I'll make it very bold, very bold, and then I'll place it somewhere here. Then go to relative position and then position it at the center. So from here, I'm going to adjust my the blur effect I use a little. So come over to the blur effects. Just this. Let me unlock it. Then I'll adjust it. Yeah, let me lock this one. Then let me adjust the blur effect. Then I'll adjust the one on top as well. So I will lock this one and then I'll adjust this. Okay. Now I will bring down Isabella's test. The test Isabella a little bit downward. Okay. Now we'll merge. I'll join Happy Birthday and the boss I created for it together. Then move them at once. So I'll click here, click on this, and then I'll move them. So I'll place it at the beginning of the Isabella test for alignment. Now once I've done this, I'll pick chair marker and the box here, which is this one, and then I'll move it downward to the ending of Isabella and make sure it's aligned to each other. So I'll make sure the beginning of is the end of Isabella is aligned with the ending of Chamaka. Okay. Now once I've done this, I will reduce this, and then I'll pick this shape again. Okay. Now let me create a new shape over here. Okay. Now I will lock the blur effect I locked earlier. Let me reduce this. Then I'll go over to shapes and I'll pick a new shape. I'll position it over here, very small. Then I'll choose a brown color or orange color. Place it over here. I will go over to opacity and I'll reduce this a little to 50. Then I will duplicate this and bring it downward as well. Now let me increase this. Now align it to the one on top, duplicate again, bring it downward. Align it with the one upward. Okay. Now once this is done, I'll go over to one of my tests like this happy birthday. I will duplicate this and then I will write the date, September, the month and the date. I'll fix this over here, position it at the center of the shape, then duplicate again. Edit this one to the month, maybe 21st. Then I'll bring it downward. 21st. 21st. Now I'll copy again and edit it to the year 2025. And I will bring it downward. And make sure it's aligned with the frame or the shape you created. Now once this is done, the next thing I'm going to do now is to provide to provide a write-up section for the quote. So I head over to shape and then I'll bring this over here. and just create a shape like this. Now we'll increase the radius to around maybe 15. 15 is great. Then check this and head over to color, and I will enable this. From here, I'll head over to opacity and I'll reduce this to around maybe 30. 30 is great. Leave it at 30 degrees or 30%. Then make sure this is at the center of the canvas. Now, once I'm done with this, I can decide to put in any text I want. Okay, let me copy the birthday. Let me copy this and then write up a text. Okay, I think I have one. Okay, okay. And just use something like this. For example, you want to put the text, can just use something like this and place it over here. The quote, the better quotes. Head over to align, then put this center, reduce it. Let me lock this. Then let me increase this one. Okay, let me capitalize everything. Capitalize, increase, and then we place it at the center. This is just a sample test. Now I'll reduce this and then I will change the colors of the test frame to the one I use. Although you can also decide to leave the test color like this if you want. So I'll head over to colors and I'll change it to this one, and then this one to color. Just enable it and it automatically pick red color, and it's it will be this. So as you can see, you have your birthday flyer. Now this is how you can create this birthday flyer using Pixellab. If this really helped you in one way or the other, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video to your friends, and if you want to save this design, you click on this place, save as image, then you pick the ultra quality or very high, then you save. So see you guys in my next tutorial.